Did you know that men also suffer domestic violence? Have you ever heard of a man complaining of domestic violence? I bet you haven't. And if you have, the numbers are so low. Statistically, 1 out of every 4 men have undergone domestic violence. Yeah, I know you're shocked. It's quite shocking, yeah? Join me in this conversation. I'll only take 5 or 10 minutes of your time. And if you're joining in for the first time, kindly don't forget to subscribe and like. Remember, your subscription not only helps us, but helps the entire community outside there. Now, back to our topic. Welcome. My name is Kunguru87 and welcome to the Survival Men series. Now, 1 in every 4 men do suffer domestic violence. Sorry, this will be so raw. So, what are some of the instances where men suffer domestic violence? 1, men being told that, you're a man, you can't cry. So what do these women do? They end up slapping them. They end up beating them in the name of, even if you go and tell to your friends, who will be embarrassed? Is it me or you? Who will be embarrassed that he is being beaten by his wife? There's that upbringing we're brought up again that we're not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to shed a tear. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, that's a fallacy. That's a very, very bad fallacy. In fact, if by any chance you are hurt by someone, it is normal to cry. Men, it's normal to cry. It's normal to weep. It is normal to ask for help. So the first instance of domestic violence towards men is that your lady or your woman or your girlfriend or your wife will simply beat you up, deny you food, and there's nothing you can do about it. Simply because you can't go and tell people, but they do know my wife usually beats me. To be like, what do you mean? The masculinity in us. Another instance is where I've had it quite a lot of time. People say that I wouldn't marry a woman who's earning more than myself. So what happens in this particular instance is that when these women are earning more, they tend to, I'm not saying all of them, and please do not throw stones. These are just my own opinions according to my own research. Most of the times you'll find them coming late, issuing instruction right, left, right, and center, simply because the man is not earning good money. Another instant in the same line is that they feel that, you know what, I'm the one who's providing for everything. You lost your job, you can't do anything. So what are you trying to tell me? They order you around, they boss you around. Let me ask you, how many women outside there who are earning more than their men and they are submissive? I'll discuss about that. How many of you guys? So point number 2, those instances where the woman is earning more than the man. That man usually can never hear the end of it. Trust me, it happened. But again, as I said, these men will not talk about these things simply because we, the friends, will look down upon them. Point number 3. The way the society has made it that it is women who are allowed to complain, even on the bus stops. When a woman complains of the hiking in fares is when people will pay attention. But when a man complains, they look at you that look like, why are you complaining? You've gone to a hotel, it's only the women who are given that platform of complaining that the food is not good. You as a man are supposed to keep quiet. There's that, there's that assumption. I call it a fallacy assumption that it's the women alone who are allowed to complain about certain things. So for example, you can't go complaining to your friends that, you know what, my wife does not cook well. Imagine that conversation. How would that even conversation start or begin with? How would that even conversation end? So it's quite painful for men out there, which most of the times we tend not to look upon them. Another point, and this one I know, it will send some jitters onto some people's skins. Genitalia or bedroom matters. One way or another, people are undergoing a lot of things outside here. Men are undergoing a lot of things outside here. Families, not even men, both genders. But what happens when it's the man who's maybe he cannot say children or cannot give children because of some health issues, or maybe he was involved into some accident, or no matter the reason. Again, I know it goes both ways, but again, you'll never hear enough of it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you cannot sire kids, now here comes the point, you cannot satisfy your own woman. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The kind of violence you'll receive, share in the comment section. And for those who are joining in for the first time, my name is Kunguru87, and thank you very much for joining the Survival Men series. Here we educate, we talk about some things that are very authentic. And today's topic is domestic violence towards men. If you cannot satisfy your woman, you'll never hear the end of it. I'm telling you, you'll never hear the end of it. And there's a friend of mine the other day was telling me that, you know, women, you just speak and the man accidentally picked up something. The woman ended up telling the man that, yes, you have money, but you can never satisfy me in bed. Even so and so does it better. Oh my goodness, that was like a bomb. It exploded. You don't want to know what happened later. So, you not satisfying your woman, you not having a proper or nice genitalia, etc., it all falls under that category. And Mark, let me tell you, people of the internet, domestic violence necessarily doesn't mean that it has to be physical. There is emotional, psychological. Imagine telling someone that, you know, you cannot satisfy me sexually. Or, you know, you can't take me to this particular party or buy me this expensive clothes or take me to these particular functions. Do you know the kind of psychological torture that man will undergo? Have you ever thought about it? I'm sure you didn't know. Women outside there, you didn't know. I'm telling you, the men outside there are working with a lot of weight, a lot of load behind their backs, simply because they're protecting the girl child. So I wouldn't actually advocate for that. Let's not use that. Someone else's disability, either physically or health-wise, to torment them. Last but not least, these are issues where we all know that you can never beat a woman in public. It is there. It's been scripted in our skulls, in our veins. It's been casted on stone. But have you ever taken the time and asked, what if it's the woman who's doing something wrong? For example, just like a small argument. I'm not disputing all arguments. I'm just saying just like a small argument, and the woman outside there ends up picking something and hitting the man. People will not talk about it. People will not even throw stones, but let the tables turn. There's this story that was going on in Kenya, East Africa. That is, for those who don't know where Kenya is, where there's this beautiful young woman or lady kill her husband. That one was never spoken about, but change the shift the gears. Let the man kill the beautiful woman. Oh my goodness. She was A, she was B, she was C, she was D. Now, because she cannot perform ABCD, guns will come blazing at you. What am I trying to say? Don't take advantage because the society is favoring you, so you end up battering people and abusing them. I've seen women. There's another woman. There's a day we were just on traffic, and I think they had some argument with their husband. So I could have just overheard them. We're just on traffic. It's moving very slowly. I think something had happened that day. I could hear the woman, tell the guy, I don't know if it was the husband or whatever. He just tell them, kindly get out of my vehicle. Get out of my, and she was literally shouting. The girl was driving, remember, the lady has sat actually on the co-driver's seat. And the woman started shouting, get out of my vehicle. And the girl was like, hey, why we are not arguing. So because of the embarrassment, and it's on traffic and the windows were down, so those hawkers who usually just walk and sell their items started piling up. So when this man just came out, this lady insulted this continuously, and this man just maintained his chill. The guy crossed over to the other side of the road. I think he was making a phone call or requesting for an Uber boda or something, and just left. The traffic was still there. Then that lady was like, "Oh, you men, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H." I was like, oh my God, that was very unnecessary. There's this one rule I usually have. I picked it from a very good actor. For those who've watched Suits, and Harvey Specter once said that I don't need to embarrass you in public if I can still achieve the same results in private. I don't need to embarrass you in public. What gain will I get? There's nothing. So, people of the internet, domestic violence towards men is there. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be mental. There are a lot of instances. Share in the comment section about these things. Men, come outside there. Let's speak. Let's speak. Let's talk about this thing. Join the channel. Join the community. And I'm sure I'll never disappoint you. Thank you very much. And check you out in the next video. Voila!